Hello, my name is Jennifer Lane, and I'm the Director of Children and Youth Ministries at Mount Pleasant First United Methodist Church in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. And I'm so excited to be with you today. We are continuing our summer series on kindness, and today we're going to talk about kindness and compassion. Compassion is something so special because say compassion with me, say compassion. It's a big word and it means a lot too. When we show compassion to other people, not only do we understand that they are feeling maybe hurt or they have a problem or they need some help, that's part of it. We understand it in our head. But compassion means that we're going even further and we're going to help change what's giving them problems, what is worrying them or causing them difficulty. And today we're going to learn about that in our story, our Bible story, from my new book, Growing in God's Love, a Bible Story. And it's edited by Elizabeth F. Caldwell and Carol A. Wehreim. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I got this at cokesfree.com, but there's lots of places where you could find this if you would like to purchase this book as well. I'm reading today from page 42, and I'm reading the story of Joseph helping his brothers. And it's based on the story in Genesis, from Genesis 42, 1 through 2, 44, 1 through 5, 16 through 46, 7. That's a lot of numbers, but it's in the book of Genesis. So now join me for this story. And I want you to think about how Joseph shows compassion to his brother, okay? To his brothers. And Joseph, I should tell you a little bit before we get started, he has 11 brothers. And his father, Jacob, sent him away to protect him, really, because his brothers were jealous of him. And his father's been very sad since Joseph has been away. And now the family is in dire straits. There's been an awful lack of rain, and so no food can grow for them or the animals. And so they need to find some food. And that's where we pick up our story. Have you ever had a problem that needed solving, but you weren't sure what to do? This happened to Joseph's family when they needed food and water for their animals. Canaan, where Jacob lived with his sons, did not have enough food. Jacob was worried about his family. He heard that Egypt had food, so he sent 10 of his sons to buy food there. After losing Joseph, Jacob didn't want to lose his youngest son, Benjamin, so Benjamin stayed at home. When Joseph's brothers arrived in Egypt, they went to buy food. Joseph was there, but they did not recognize him. They hadn't seen him in a really long time, and Joseph had grown and changed. Joseph recognized his brothers, but he pretended that he didn't know them. He said, "You must be spies. Why else would you come to Egypt?" His brothers were shocked. They said, "We're not spies. We're just brothers who are trying to help our family. There is no food in Canaan. We are 12 brothers. Our youngest is home with his father, and one brother has gone." Joseph agreed to let them go. He told them, "I'll let you go home, but one of you needs to stay in Egypt. When you return with your younger brother, I will let all of you be together." So one of the brothers, Simeon, stayed in Egypt. When they returned to Canaan, Reuben told Jacob what had happened. Jacob didn't want to let Benjamin go to Egypt. He still missed Joseph. He was worried about Simeon, who was still in Egypt, and the family still needed food. When the brothers arrived back in Egypt, they met Joseph again. Joseph asked his brothers, "Is your father still alive?" When they said yes, he couldn't pretend that he didn't know them any longer. "It's me, your brother Joseph," he said. They stared at their missing brother. "Don't be afraid," said Joseph. "God has protected me so that I could help our family. I'm Pharaoh's assistant. I can make sure our family is safe and happy. Return to our father and bring him and everyone to Egypt. I will give you land, houses, and plenty of food." The brothers told Jacob that Joseph was still alive. When he heard his family would be together again, he was happier than he had been ever. On the way to Egypt, God spoke to Jacob, "Don't be afraid to go to Egypt. I will make you great people there." When Jacob and all of his family arrived in Egypt, they were given everything Joseph promised. Their family grew and they were happy. And this is a picture, an illustration of Joseph meeting his brothers. So that story shows us how Joseph understood that his brothers needed food and they had a problem, and he found a way to get them to come back to Egypt and to give them all the food that they needed and the place where they could grow their families and become an important part of the Egyptian community. So that is a great example of compassion, and how compassion lets us not only understand other people's problems, but to help solve those problems. It has two sides to it, just like a coin. Will you pray with me, please? Let's pray together before we end. Dear God, thank you for being with us when we are worried, afraid, or have a problem. We are grateful that you protect us and our families. Help us show compassion as we find ways to help others who are in need. Amen. And all the children said, Amen, amen, amen. All right, well, I've loved spending this time with you. If you check out below, there will be some fun activity sheets and ideas for games and all sorts of things that you can do with this lesson. And be watching, I'm going to drop another story later in the week. It's called Be Kind. Let me show you, it's right here. Be Kind. And I'm going to share that with you later in the week. It's a wonderful story, and it very much shows compassion. All right, take care. Bye-bye.